The Minnesota Vikings travel to Jerry World this Sunday to face the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas currently installed as a 10-point favorite on BETDAQ. 47.5 is the total in this game. These are two of the worst defenses in the NFL statistically. The Vikings, 31st in the league in total defense, meaning yards allowed, 30th in points allowed. The Cowboys, 32nd, dead last in yards allowed, also dead last in pass defense. So you look at the total here of 47.5. Given that we're dealing with two terrible defenses and one really good offense, Dallas fourth in the NFL in points scored, you might want to look over this total if you think Minnesota can get anything going offensively, because I believe that if the Vikings can muster even 17 to 20 points in this game, then this game will go over 47.5. But can the Vikings do that? They have been a disaster offensively, 29th in total offense. I mean, when a team is 29th in total offense and 31st in total defense, that pretty much tells you all you need to know. And indeed, Minnesota 1-6 on the year. That is why they're a double-digit dog in this spot. We have learned recently that Christian Ponder will be getting the start again for the Vikings this week. I guess Ponder is their best option at quarterback right now. Josh Freeman was awful a couple of weeks ago when they trotted him out there after getting him from the Tampa Bay Bucks. He seemed like he didn't fully know the offense yet. The only quarterback who's actually won a game for the Vikings this season has been Matt Castle, but confidence in Castle is apparently low, so Ponder will get the start again this week. And as we mentioned, the Cowboys last in the NFL in passing defense. But is Ponder going to be able to take advantage of that porous Dallas secondary? Last week against Green Bay, Ponder did not look very good at all, so I do not have much faith in him on the road in this spot. You know, Dallas is interesting. Their defense is ranked last in the league in terms of yards per game allowed, but they've been inconsistent. They haven't been consistently terrible. They've been inconsistent 4 times. 4 out of their 8 games this season, they've held their opponents below 20 points. And recently, if you take out last week's game, a 1-point loss to the Detroit Lions, the 2 games prior to that, when Dallas faced division rivals Washington and Philadelphia, 2 teams with top 10 offenses, the Cowboys played very well defensively in both those games. So the Dallas defense has shown at times they're capable of good play. Minnesota really hasn't shown much on either side of the ball this season. I do lean towards the Dallas Cowboys in this spot, even though they're laying a big number here, 10 points. This might not be one of my best bets just because I don't fully trust Dallas. Maybe I should start trusting them a little more because they are 7-1 against the spread this year, despite only being 4-4 overall. That's a change from what we've seen in years past with the Dallas Cowboys. Coming into this season, over the last 2 seasons, Dallas and Tennessee had been the 2 worst teams in the NFL to back. They had covered only a combined 12 games, both of them, over the last 2 seasons. So Dallas has turned that around this season. Again, they've covered 7 out of their 8 games. And maybe because of that, because the against the spread record, sometimes I look at more than the actual record. So to me this season, it seems like Dallas is having a good year. The Cowboys seem to have a positive shine on them this season. However, you look at their record, 4-4, they're halfway to the same 8-8 season they had last year and the year before. I mean, the Cowboys just an 8-8 team year after year. We always say it seems like they should be more talented. It seems like they should be better. And they seem to always finish 8-8 and miss the playoffs. They're halfway to another one of those seasons this year. So I don't fully trust the Cowboys, so I might stay away from this game, might not include it among my best bets. But if you don't have that same issue with Dallas, then I suggest you back them here as a 10-point favorite over the Minnesota Vikings.